What's up, everybody? Brian Scott, host of the Injured List podcast, with this NFL injury update for you as we come ever so close to the 4 p.m. deadline for roster cuts, down to 53, so big implications for fantasy as we head closer to that deadline this afternoon. Pay attention to a lot of things that are going to be happening with roster decisions. Guys coming off or going on to IR and the reserve pup lists, and a lot of trades and signings going to happening, as well as releases. One team in particular that took a major hit this past weekend was the Carolina Panthers, already losing their rookie quarterback, Matt Corral, to a season-ending Liz Frank injury. They also lost Sam Darnold to a high ankle sprain for at least 4 weeks, possibly even more, which he's going to be the backup, but that could, play a huge impact if something happens to Baker Mayfield over the course of the next few weeks here, starting off the season. And then in the same game, they lost their kicker, Zane Gonzalez, to what was termed a significant groin injury while he was warming up on the sideline. Apparently, he's going to see a specialist. Who that is, I have no idea. I live in Charlotte. This is my second home here, and I work here, and I have no idea who that specialist may be. But it doesn't look good. There's probably going to be a need for a kicker there as well. So not only are they down 2 backup quarterbacks, but now they're down a kicker. So they're going to have to be making some moves very shortly here. Speaking of Liz Frank ligament injuries in the foot, Najee Harris, a running back for the Steelers, recently admitted after a post-game interview that he had been shut down for several weeks because of a Liz Frank ligament sprain, and was told that he would have a 4-week recovery. He did play this past weekend. I'm not sure we got a big enough sample size to see just how much he's affected by it. But if history tells us anything, this could potentially play out and be much more serious than initially thought, because if you remember a few years ago, Cam Newton, while he was on the Carolina Panthers, played through a Liz Frank ligament injury, played terrible, then ended up having to have it fixed and lost the rest of his season for that. So something to keep an eye on in Najee Harris as he comes back from this injury and gets more playing time. They are saying it's a 4-week recovery. In my experience, any type of Liz Frank ligament injury has the potential to be very serious, even if at first it's thought to be minor. So something you will definitely want to keep an eye on. In good news for the Steelers, they did not lose J.J. Watt or Deontay Johnson for any extended period of time. Of their injuries that occurred this past weekend were deemed not too serious, and they should be ready to go week 1. A couple other teams losing some big players. New York Giants lost wide receiver Colin Johnson after he ruptured his Achilles in practice last week, and some people had him penciled in as a potential starter. So that's a void they're going to have to fill there. But in good news for the Giants, Sterling Shepard was removed from the physically unable to perform list and should be ready to go for the start of the season as he makes his way back from an Achilles injury as well, after having that injury last year and surgery to repair that. Minnesota Vikings have also lost a wide receiver in Olabisi Johnson, who, unfortunately for him, who second year in a row he's lost to an ACL injury in the knee. Very unfortunate for them. There's a whole lot of other athletes that are currently dealing with injuries or potentially having roster decisions or moves based around injuries. So, guys, if you need to know what to do, tune in weekly. I'll be doing NFL injury reports weekly as part of the Belly Up Media Network and Belly Up Fantasy. So you can take a look at all of the stuff I come out with on that website. And I'll be doing some articles as well monthly to talk some more about injury stuff. So please tune in. And as always, everybody, stay safe, stay active, and stay healthy.